Good afternoon, folks. My name is Kurt Hitzemann, County Court Judge here in Hernando County. You folks are here for your first appearance. The purpose of the first appearance is so you may be informed of the charges against you. I'll determine if probable cause exists for those charges. Probable cause simply means it's more likely than not that a crime has occurred, and more likely than not that you're the person who committed that crime. Of course, as you stand before me this afternoon, I presume that you're innocent of these allegations. That presumption of innocence will stay with you through every stage of the proceedings, unless and until the state attorney's office is able to prove the charges against you beyond and to the exclusion of a reasonable doubt. Well, set your conditions of pretrial release today, that is your bail or your bond. In most cases, you've had a bond set already pursuant to the bond schedule here in the 5th Judicial Circuit, or the warrant which led to your arrest. I'll determine if that bond should be raised or lowered or left the same, or whether there'll be additional conditions of pretrial release placed upon you. We'll let you know when your next court date will be. If you'd like to have the services of the public defender, I'll gladly appoint the PD to represent you this afternoon. You do have a right to have contact with folks on the outside, family, friends, counsel. If you have not had a chance to make that call, please let me know. We'll make sure that that happens. Finally, and most importantly, you're advised that you do have an absolute right to remain silent with regard to the facts which surround your arrest. I encourage you to do that. These proceedings are recorded. In addition, there is an assistant state attorney in the courtroom with me. If you say something that tends to incriminate you, they will use it against you in the prosecution down the road. And now I need each and every one of you there at the jail to please raise your right hands and be sworn.
Raise your right hand.
You all solemnly swear affirm, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Outstanding. When you hear your name called, please step forward to the podium. Brandy Gill. Afternoon, Brandy. Date of birth?
10/29/92.
Brandy, you're here on a warrant I signed. I found probable cause for a violation of probation. Folks at probation are recommended 30 days in the county jail. If you want to accept that right now, you sure can. If you'd like me to appoint a lawyer so you can talk to somebody before you take the 30 days, I'll do that. I will tell you that if you don't take the 30 days, you're still not getting out of jail today because the bond on the warrant is no bond. So having said all that, do you want to take the 30 or do you want to have a chance to talk to a lawyer?
I don't know.
Okay. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. The bond will stay no bond. You'll be back on the 6th of December. You're going to get credit for all the time that you're there. So he'll come see you, and we'll see if we get it worked out then, all right? Thank you. Sasha Malden. Afternoon, Sasha. What's your date of birth?
9/14/83.
Sasha, you're here on a warrant that was signed by Judge Angelitis. He found probable cause for one count of grand theft. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender, sir.
I'll appoint the PD. State what you got.
An adjudication in 2019 for possession of methamphetamine and adjudication in 2019 for sale of methamphetamine, use of two-way communication device adjudication in 2019.
Oh, you got a prison sentence?
You got DLC hold, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sorry about all that. We'll have you leave the bond at $2,000. I'll have you back in court on the 26th of November. We'll get this taken care of and get you on the way, all right?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Melissa Vega. Afternoon, Miss Vega. What's your date of birth?
3/19/82.
So, Ms. Vega, the first thing I have is a warrant signed by Judge Toner. Apparently, you failed to appear in his court on a charge of organized fraud. And then we have a warrant signed by Judge Angelitis. He found probable cause for a misdemeanor obtained worthless check charge. As to those charges, you're representing yourself. You're going to have private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD. The case in front of Judge Toner, he set the bond at no bond, but we've got you coming back on November 22nd. So you'll be back in front of him on the 22nd. The PD will come see you before then. On the misdemeanor, I'll leave the bond at the $500. That one will be back in front of me on December 6th. So if you happen to get out after you've been to felony court later this month, make sure you contact the PD on that one. If you can't get out, they'll come see you at the jail before you go to court on the check case as well, okay?
Well, I have a DOC hold.
Do you? Okay. Okay. Well, that still will get you in for, I'll tell you what, let's see.
You think I could resolve everything on the 22nd?
You can't resolve the misdemeanor on the 22nd, but, okay. How much DOC time do you have?
I have 17 months. I've been in Orange County. That's why he put in the motion to transport me. I've been in the county since the end of the beginning, August 4th, I've been there.
Okay. And you're doing a 17-month sentence?
Yes.
All right. What I can do if you want, we can take, I can give you a time served disposition on the worthless check right now, then that'll be done. And then if you get your case resolved in front of Judge Toner on the 22nd, you'll be on your way. You want to do that?
That's fine.
Okay. You understand my entering? Oh, go ahead.
I was telling you thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. As you understand in the misdemeanor case, as to that case, by entering a plea today, you give up the right to have a trial by jury, the right to confront the witnesses against you, the right to remain silent, the right to have a lawyer, but you want to give up those rights so we can take care of that case today? Yes?
Yeah, that's fine.
Case number 19MM3605 as to the charge of obtaining property by means of worthless check. How do you wish to plead? You can plead no contest.
Yes, sir.
I'll accept the plea, find it's freely and voluntarily made. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 10 days in the county jail, credit 10 days served. Finding court costs is $550. Looks like there's restitution in the amount of $80, and the state attorney's check diversion fee. The restitution is to Schwab Dental. I will not order cost of incarceration because you've been incarcerated for a long time now. But that takes care of this case. Melissa, you'll be back in court on the 22nd on the felony, and they probably will resolve that day, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Unappoint the PD.
So $110 for restitution, Your Honor?
Yeah, 30 is your fee.
Yes.
Yep.
And I'll get a restitution order.
Anthony Bagnosco. Afternoon, Anthony. What's your date of birth?
2/10/2000.
Anthony, you're here on a charge of retail theft. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire a private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Myself.
Okay. State.
No history, Your Honor.
Okay. And Anthony, I have an address for you on Sumter Drive in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you lived there?
All my life.
Okay. You still live with your folks?
Yeah.
They know where you are today?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have a job? You going to school? What's going on?
I work.
What do you do?
Flooring.
Okay. Anthony, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance today. They're going to let you out of jail this afternoon. I need you back in court on the 6th of December at 9 a.m., okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good. Thank you. Well, Cato. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
3/19/17.
Ronald, you're here on a warrant signed by Judge Toner. Apparently he thinks you failed to appear in his court on 6 charges: DUI, unlawful conveyance of fuel, driving on a suspended license, possession of marijuana, no registration, and refusal to submit. Did you have a lawyer on those cases?
No, sir. I had a public defender.
That's a lawyer. Would you like to stay with the public defender?
Yes, sir.
Very good. I'll continue the appointment of the public defender. Judge Toner set the bonds on those cases at $10,000, $10,000, $10,000, $10,000, $1,000, and $10,000, respectively, for a total of $51,000. I'm going to change your date to December 6th. They may have told you the 10th. The right date is the 6th. If you're able to bond out, you should contact the public defender right away. If you cannot bond out, they will come see you before you go to court on the 6th, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Courtney? Afternoon, Brent. Date of birth?
11/27/1991.
All right. Brent, this is a warrant signed by Judge Toner. He found probable cause for a petty theft. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You want to hire a private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender, I have a question. Where is the probable cause at? Can you tell me?
Judge Toner found probable cause and signed a warrant. You're free to talk to him about it, okay? State what's his history.
He's currently on probation for a felony battery. That's 2018 CF 1068. He took probation February 2019. And then there's several drug charges, so I'm just going through here. Adjudication in 2017 for resist without, and adjudication in 16 for a battery and tampering with witness adjudication in 2014, and a battery adjudication in 2015, and a theft adjudication, grand theft adjudication in 2014. No other history, Your Honor.
And Mr. Courtney, I got an address for you on Concord Avenue in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long you been there?
4 years.
All right. Do you have a job these days?
Yes.
What do you do?
I have my own little business going.
What do you
It's
do?
a handyman business.
Okay, all right. I'll leave the bond at $1,000. You'll be back in court on December 11th. If
I
you
just
get
have a
out,
question.
what's your question?
Who's the judge on this case? Is it a misdemeanor?
It's a misdemeanor. It's going to be Judge Healis.
It can't be resolved today? Like,
I'm
never had a
not
petty
resolving it today. I don't know anything about it. We'll have you back December 11th, okay?
So my bond's $1,000?
$1,000.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Ryan Dunn. Afternoon, Mr. Dunn. What's your date of birth?
4591.
Mr. Dunn, you're hearing a warrant that was signed by Judge Toner. He found probable cause for 2 counts, domestic battery and witness tampering. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
State, what can you tell me?
I am showing an adjudication in 2011 for improper exhibition of firearm or dangerous weapon, and a grand theft withheld in 2008, as well as tampering and misdemeanor proceedings withheld in 2008, a withheld adjudication in 2008 for burglary. Pascal, no other history, Your Honor.
Okay. And Ryan, I've got an address for you on Mommy Track in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been there?
Like 3 years.
Is that where Vanessa lives?
No.
Okay. You have a job these days?
I work with my cousin doing landscaping.
Okay. We'll set your bond at $500 on each count, Ryan. That's a total of $1,000. Condition of that bond, however, is that you'll have no contact with Vanessa while these charges are pending. No contact means no contact of any kind. You don't call, you don't write, you don't email, you don't text message, don't contact her through any social media, don't go where she lives, don't go where she works. You don't have any contact of any kind. Any way that you might imagine contacting her, I forbid you to do that. If you have contact and we find out about it, your bond can be revoked and it can be held without bond until the charges are resolved. Means no contact even if she wants the contact. So if you answer your phone and hear her voice, you should hang up. If you're out and about and see her, you should turn around and run the other way. You need to understand that she cannot drop the charges against you. That's not a decision she gets to make. She may go to the state attorney's office and ask them to drop the charges, but that decision belongs solely to the assistant state attorney handling your case. So unless that person or the judge on your case or your lawyer tells you the charges are dropped, you should assume they're not dropped. You should not have contact. I have you back in court December 11th. Very important that you contact the PD when you get out, all right?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Keenan Corley. Afternoon, Keenan. What's your date of birth?
12/16/2000.
On tape.
All right, Keenan, there's two charges today. I've got a possession of marijuana and a retail theft. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Myself.
Very good. And state?
No history, Your Honor.
So, Keenan, same thing. I'm going to let you out on your own recognizance today. You'll be back in front of me on December 6th at 9 a.m., all right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Leslie Winiak. Stop talking. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
7th month, 1st day, 68.
You're hearing a warrant out of Hillsborough County. Apparently, judge down there thinks you failed to appear on a petty theft. As to that charge, he set a bond of $250. Since it's a Hillsborough warrant, I can't change that. If you can post the bond, then you can get out of jail here, go down to Tampa, find out when they want you in court. If you can't post it, I'll give Hillsborough County 5 days to come pick you up. If you're still here in 5, I'll have them bring you back to see me, and I'll find out what the holdup is, all right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Travis Macy. Afternoon, Travis. Date of birth?
7/14/83.
Travis, this is a warrant out of Citrus County for a violation of probation.
Yes, sir.
All right, hang on. All right, he's got a case in front of me right now. I think he does. He's got a case number?
2019 FM 3422.
Yes, Your Honor, you ROR'd me yesterday.
No, it's okay. I couldn't remember if I did it yesterday or not. So we should be good to go on the Citrus VOP, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. That's all I was trying to remember. I'm getting old, Travis. I start to forget things.
Yeah, we're all getting older.
I think I'm way ahead of you. All right. So what we'll do is this is the bond on this is no bond. They'll let Citrus know that you're here and ready to go. Citrus has 5 days to come get you. It won't take 5 with Citrus, but they'll come get you and get working on that VOP. And as long as I know you're up there working on that, we won't issue a warrant down here, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Good luck. Carl Schmidt. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
9864.
Carl, the charge is trespass. There's probable cause for that charge. As to that charge, you're going to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Sure, I've been through this too many times. I think I'm going to get a lawyer.
Okay. State.
Does he want to resolve this case with 20 days?
I'll ask him. Carl, state's offering 20 days. If you want to take care of it right now, you want to do that, or you want to try to bond out and get a lawyer?
Is that a fine afterwards?
Yeah, there's a fine.
I'm going to let them not take the bond.
Okay.
There is one.
Okay.
Just the last couple of years.
Trespass adjudication September 2019. Adjudication in 2019 for a trespass. A trespass adjudication in 2018. A possession of paraphernalia adjudication 2014. Refusal in 2004.
No, there's nothing.
Okay, that's good. Carl, I got an address on Jason Drive. Is that where you live?
So I've been 35 years, sir.
All right. You got a job these days?
Yes, I do.
What do you do?
I help my people around the area. In the neighborhood, I run a compound.
Okay. I'm gonna set your bond at $500, Carl. I'll have you back in
Yes.
court on the 6th of December, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Was the
Mike
PD
and Tillman?
was the PD on that?
Nope. Nope.
No.
Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
July 1596.
All right. Micah, you're hearing a warrant signed by Judge Toner. Apparently, he believes you failed to appear on 3 charges: burglary of a structure, petty theft, and criminal mischief. Did you have a lawyer on those cases, Micah?
Yes, sir.
It was a public defender?
Yes, sir.
I'll continue the appointment of the public defender. Judge Toner, set your bonds at $20,000, $2,000, and $1,000 respectively. I can't change those. We'll change the date to November 18th, so you'll be back in to see Judge Toner on the 18th. PD will come see you before then if you don't bond out, okay?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Thank you. And Bradley Terrell. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
May 29th, 1967, Your Honor.
You're here on a charge of criminal mischief. There's probable cause for that charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Accountant or attorney?
Say it again.
Accountant or attorney?
I was going to appoint you an attorney. Do you want an attorney?
Accountant or attorney, yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. State anything?
Yes, Your Honor. A breach of fees adjudication in 2018. A pretrial diversion in 2008 for a burglary of a structure. Adjudication in 2007 for trespassing.
Bradley, you been staying with anybody lately or living outdoors? What's been going on?
I've been a traveling transient worker, Your Honor.
Okay.
Traveling worker.
Okay. Do you have any regular work right now?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll leave your bond at the $500, Bradley. I'll have you back in court on December 6th, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Everybody heard something?
Thanks, Al.